Hello guys, we're here at Greek Nationals with
Vagancy, GeoStyli13.
and what did you manage to do today?
I made the top 8, top 16.
And top 32.
Overall, it was a good event. The deck performed pretty well. And for the list, there is best card of the game.
So you play pure Mitsurugi, right?
Mitsu, yes. Best card. These are pretty standard. Nothing to change. The only thing I could possibly take into my deck was Lamia, which I was playing Lamia in the tournament. Yes. It was good. The only thing I would change for the Masters.
How did Wushu feel?
Wushu was crazy. Like, I never sided out because most of the time you're not gonna end in one turn. Like you're not gonna make your board and then your opponent will scoop if you play against like Branded. So the game will continue for more than 2 turns, and you really need that.
Crazy card 10-3.
Yeah, I was never siding out this one.
Sure.
3 As, 2 Droll, and Shifter. I was playing Shifter because I liked it against Branded, and Droll I think was. I personally drew it the times I should have. Like I didn't draw it against Branded, Dragondale, none of that.
It was good when you drew it.
Yeah.
I didn't like Droll personally.
As was by far the worst of them, but it's necessary. You need to play it. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. If you play against Biscotto, it's good. If you don't play against Biscotto, it's bad.
Yeah. Shifter is also good versus Kiltune, so yeah.
Yeah. Against Keltune, I was always siding out one. Always. So 3 ritual, 3 prayers, 3 of these, 2 of these. Seriously, don't play one. One is bad. You will break, you will lose.
Always you have one in your hand. So you have
did you side out one?
In your deck, one in your hand. I opened 2 in the last round.
So I personally never sided out in either while I was going first or second.
It depends.
But you cannot play one at any point. The deck only loses to brick and roll. Nothing. If you play the deck correctly, you only lose the brick and roll, nothing more.
In my opinion, I believe that when you play game 3 against a matchup that you are not gonna win, you can gamble and take one of these out because you want to have 6 good cards in your hand.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I personally never sided out, but
never
I agree with that
Sure.
option. 2 pots, they were playing 3 because you will see later. The third pot and the trap, of course.
Of course, brother.
In the most of the match, you also never side out this one.
No Magadama.
No Magadama.
I was playing Magadama, he was playing Magadama.
Was Magadama good?
Mediocre.
I personally didn't like Magadama, but I can get someone.
Was there like at any point of the in your tournament run where you would have liked to have Magadama?
Sorry?
Was there like any game you lost because you didn't have Magadama? No. Sure.
But I won 1 game because I had Magadama.
Something, if you don't break, Magadama is very good. You need it in your deck. If you have 80% chance to win with Magadama, it's 100%.
Yeah.
This is the difference. But sometimes you don't need 100%. 80 is fine.
If you don't play Magadama, you
It's
need...
more win, but sometimes you win because of that.
Sure.
If there is no Magadama in the main deck, you really rely on your extra deck, kind of.
Yes.
So the big difference about my list and their list was the 3 Super Poly. It performed well. I drew it a good amount of times, and sometimes I didn't use it at all, but it won me 2 games. It could possibly won me the game in top 8, the 3rd game, but I got hit with a lot of non-engines. But overall, it was very good. And I would recommend anyone to put Super Bowl main deck because it's better than Droplet at this point.
Does Goda have Efficios?
After the ban list, for sure, it's better. After the ban list, it's 100%.
Yeah.
If you don't, if it's only bad against Dragotail, by my opinion at least. Anything else makes sense.
Sure,
But
good
I
version.
can't risk extravagance.
The worst scenario is like playing Extravagance and draw Super Poly and banish the targets you need.
Can
But
you
whenever
like
you draw these two together, most of the times you're gonna use them in
Draw
draw
phase,
phase,
draw phase.
so there will be no conflict between them. But the worst scenario is this, what I told you
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Last, these two, these guys, instead of this, they were playing
playing
Talent.
Cross-Out.
Only me was
Playing
not playing this.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. You got any get roll? Got any get roll?
Yeah. You need it, I think. On my
Cross-Out sucks in my opinion. The worst card in my deck.
Yeah. The best adjustment is here.
playing
Sometimes it's auto win, sometimes it's not that good. But overall it performed really well today and yesterday in the Swiss. So I wouldn't cut it. And I wouldn't play less than 3.
There was one game that this card was the only card in the game that could have saved me by having it.
Yeah. And last, of course, the other 3 dominoes.
It's the best hand up. It's the best hand up.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's safe.
And
It's safe.
also in top 8, the third game, I was playing against Archmage, sorry, and my opponent started his turn by setting 2 cards and normal summon Meteors, and it was the only hand trap I had, so I knew it was accusation, but if it wasn't, like it could be better. But
Will win the game. It's 100%.
I don't know for sure, but yeah, it will be, you know,
No
better.
Fugalos in the main.
No Fugalos.
The reason most of
was
we
playing
don't
one
like
Fugalos.
we don't like Fugalos is because when you go first, you can brick. But if you survive one turn, maybe you draw the exact card. Maybe you have the Mitsurugi ritual and you need the ritual, and then so you need cards that always do 1 for 1. They do something.
Most decks that were like good right now don't even lose to Fuga.
If you know you will go second in every game, Fugalos is better. But when you win the dice, you go first.
I was playing 1 for Cross-Out because I didn't want to play 3 spikes.
That makes sense. Okay, so what's next?
So the extra deck is completely different mine than
By the way,
theirs.
how many cards?
Sorry?
How many cards?
43. We were originally all of us playing 42, but in the end we understood that there is no reason to play 42 because you need the extra starters, the extra interruptions. So we ended up playing 43, which was good.
Sure.
So my extra deck is completely different than theirs because
Super Poly.
obviously have these 4 completely mandatory, all of them.
Was there like any other target you wanted to play or anything you wanna cut out?
No. Fun fact, I personally never super called Keltron.
Hey!
I played 0 Keltons.
I played against 2 Keltrons. One was Pac, shout out. He played amazingly, so I had Super Poly, but he played around it.
Yeah.
And the other guy I played at Kelton, which I lost, didn't do Super Poly at all. This was used once and won me the game, and this was pretty standard.
Yeah.
We did them.
If you play Super Bowl, you have to play those 2.
Yeah,
You have to.
exactly.
Just have to.
So for the links, which is pretty much the same as theirs with a bit differences. Xylophonia, mandatory. I never used it, but this is broken.
Great card.
Yeah.
Broken.
You need,
best one, the best
you
one.
need it under Wuzu always.
Yeah.
Always under Wusu, and he gives you grind. If he's in graveyard, you can put something in bottom deck, summon this one, add, put back, add, so you have grind. This is the best card of the...
Yeah, this mandatory played. 2 SP for the extravagance. 1 Dunamondo. Before the fusions I put in the deck, I was playing 2.
It's mandatory too, because Super Poly wins you. Super Poly as maybe you
I
can
also
lose. So you
regret that I was playing 1. Even without Super Poly, I played 1.
Yeah. Does it not like conflict with Dominus cards?
Yes, but against Super Poly decks is an endboard material.
Endboard material.
Makes sense.
Echidna personally won me at least 2 games by having it in my extra deck, and I think it's really good to have it because when you get locked with Wushu, you can summon it, search.
He will win me the game against Pac if I had this card because I did extravagance and I banish it because he summoned the Ares in attack. So I will use this, make Ares 0, attack, and then use my Mitsurugi ritual from my hand. But I banish it with extravagance. This is mandatory if you play with mandatory.
These 4 are the best cards in your extra deck, the best by far.
I never summoned the Hitman, but having him in the extra deck was really good.
It helps with the game plan.
These are those pretty standard.
Yeah.
Azalea,
MVP.
shout out to him.
MVP, the best card in the extra deck. This is the best card in the extra deck.
This is the best breaker in your extra deck, to be more specific. These 3 are the best breakers in your extra deck. But this one is like SP without need to use another link, another fusion, etc.
And it's
It targets
also
everything.
double pop, double removal if you have 4 spells in the
Exactly.
grave. You can plug it.
This is a great card, great.
Won me 3 games.
The last link in my
Top 4 is still going, so yeah, excuse the noise.
my last link in my extra deck is Dark,
Yeah.
which is also mandatory by my opinion. I played only 2 Xyz in my extra deck to rank 4 to be more specific. I didn't play Typhoon because to be real, whenever you summon you lose.
Yes. I played Typhoon and I agree with this.
I
I
didn't
like
need,
Typhoon.
yeah, I didn't need
Personally,
it.
like I was almost putting 2 typhoons.
So no Nibiru, no Granite?
I also didn't play Granite and Nibiru,
I
but
was playing the granite.
my
I think you need it sometimes because
my 4
it's
replaced.
one choice. If you do extravagance, you can't draw with 2 Gares. So you need something else because you don't have choice.
Oh,
So it's one more choice. Nibiru is not bad. If you drew Spark and Nibiru, you can find a good way to use it. So I think it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
I agree.
yeah.
But he used Super Poly, so no space.
No IP either, right?
No IP, even if you don't play Super Poly and you play just Link's Xyz, you never summon IP, like
Never I think.
never.
Especially now with Harmonia, it's a risk. It's a
It's
risk.
not about only the Harmonia, you can't summon IP in the endboard. You can't, it's not a real scenario. If you summon IP, everything else except Sky Striker will punish you. Everything else. Only Sky Striker will use summon IP and he will say okay to the end phase. All the others will get Spark, Nibiru, Super Poly, anything. But unfortunately you need to play around on your endboard. The basic endboard is this with Futsu, the most standard endboard.
Mascarena is bait.
Yes.
It's win more.
Just bait.
It's just
Yeah.
Only some specific scenarios, but it's terrible. That's why it's good to not playing it because sometimes it forces you to summon it.
Yeah.
But my 4 replacements of this was IP, which was bad. Tornado Dragon, which I'm loving this card.
Tornado locks you in.
Yes.
If you do Spark or Impulse, not Tornado.
But
So-
I'm loving this card.
Yeah.
Sky Crisis and Rhapsody in Berserker.
Yeah.
Yes, Berserker never summoned, but
It was really good.
if you need options,
Yeah.
it was one option to fix. You can banish 3 cards from your open graveyard, 2 from Rhapsody, 1 from SP. So they don't have grind. Let's say you play against
Branded, I guess.
Branded. You
Yeah.
banish 1 fusion, you banish 2 fusion, you banish 3 fusion, you banish Ecclesia, you
Yeah.
banish Cartesia Ecclesia. Always you lose because they add back Ecclesia and Cartesian. They say when you say hand loop, they discard cards. So if they don't have the cards, they don't have the grind, and you win.
Yeah.
Let's go to the
Makes
side.
sense.
This was for the extra deck.
And
Decided the 3 Fuma, we put it in the side deck. We sided in some specific match, like branded. You could side 2 or 3, depends with your deck list. I guess the Keltunes, but it's not that good. It's not like the best card, so you can main deck this. Then I played 2 lava golems. In theory and in testing, it was very good. Whenever I drew this, I was winning, but in the whole tournament, Swiss and Popcat, I never used them.
Never.
But in the testing, it was very good.
Would you keep it?
Doomsday is the problem. I had Lava Golem too, but I changed it last moment and I put 2 Wushu, and maybe you can play 3 Wushu. Because if you win with your engine, and the only problem is against Doomsday the mistake trap, if you have 1 Wushu and 5 cards engine, you don't care about the Omni Negate. You win.
Yeah.
You can win 3 Omni Negates if you cannot. So 1 Wushu with Aramasa maybe is enough sometimes to win. So I would choose the Wushu.
I believe that the deck going second loses to non-engine and to back row cards, so that's why I don't play those cards.
To be honest, I was very hyped about these 2, and I had really high expectations about these 2. So that was the reason I didn't play the Lamia in the main deck.
Maybe.
Because whenever I said them, I was cutting on Aramasa, so they were not conflicted with the normal summons.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. The Duster is pretty standard.
Duster, really good.
Talent, nothing to say. I played these 2. If you put this in the main deck, you can play this to Manju. It's really good, you have more starters, and you end up not breaking.
Me, which I was playing this in main and 2 Manju side, one game I drew 4 normal summon. It was a problem.
Yeah.
And this is not Mitsurugi ritual fodder, which is really bad if you have it together with Aramasa.
You only side them or go first, never go
But the
second.
deck breaks, so you don't have choice. You have to put something.
Exactly. Only for Keltune and only that.
And Dragon.
No. Yes, and Dragotel, my bad. 2 Fissures, only Dragon Tail and Keltune. If someone sides them for branding, they will lose to Super Poly. They will hard to lose to Super Poly, and then deck that can play Super Poly. You never side them in the other matchups.
If you put this card against a Super Poly deck, it FTKs yourself.
In the previous format, of course you could side them because there was no Spark. But right now, people playing Spark in branded too on the side deck. Not all of them, but you can risk it.
Yeah,
So
it's very risky. It's very
you
risky.
never side it only, but this is FTK in
Killer Toon, almost FTK. If you break against Dragodel with Fissure, you will get 2 for 2, but against Killer Toon, it's more risky if you break.
Yeah.
the branded hate, of course,
And the mirror
Mirror
hate.
match.
and the mirror match.
There was so much branded today.
This card solos me one game against a full Mitsurugi board, trades against 5 disruptions by its own.
I personally never drew them, but
I only
they are
drew
good.
it once, and it was like having 5
Even if you
cards in
draw,
my hand.
even if you draw this instead of this, it's still good. You clear bodies, you clear the SP with Azaleas
And
and
those
so.
cards are also a noob killer in the mirror match. Very noob killer.
Yes, that's true.
And
The horse card on the side.
The horse card inside it won me one game against Dragontail, but it was the only Dragontail I played against, and I didn't decide it anywhere else. This would be the it won me the game, but it could be something else. This is the only card I would personally change.
No
We're
Dragon
playing
Tail,
differently.
no this card. So after tomorrow, you don't need this one.
it's gone. Just gone.
We were playing evenly.
We tried evenly. Well, I don't really know if it was good.
There were a lot of games that because I was playing 2, I never drew this, but there were a lot of games that if I was drawing this, I was not a winner.
The reason we go to this idea is because post this ban list, we have a lot of decks. So if sometimes you draw Feather, but no sets. Sometimes you draw Storm, but not Master in the board. So evenly checks both sides. If you have a lot of Masters, you win the Masters. If you have sets, you win. So it's always live.
I also wanted to auto win the Sky Striker.
And the cards go face down.
Yeah.
The problem is that against FTK decks, this has to be paired with droplets which are all-sided.
Yes.
So I was playing those 5 in the side.
So this is good combo. Droplet evenly, almost.
yeah.
Well, but
It's the best you can combo in the
what to
game.
do when you don't know what decks you play against, maybe you can play with 8 different decks.
Sure.
After ban list, maybe it does not matter exactly everything there. But for now, when you don't know what you have to win, you have Killer Tune, you have Dragodel, you have Branded, you have Mitsurugi, you have Sky Striker, you have a lot of decks. They are almost on the same level. Sometimes the other is good, sometimes the other is bad. At all, if you don't brick and you play well, you don't lose.
Yes.
Only droll and bricks. Kill.
Only Dole and
My
bricks.
losses were
Like
train FTK and plays.
FTK for the win, yes.
I lost to Manos Aris, the Fusionist.
Shout outs.
Shout out, of course. We're on the same team. We play together. We testing together. And the 2 games I lost game 1, game 2 with draw loss, both of them, which is
The best
Same.
combo.
the
best combo.
the worst, like 2 hand-ups you can possibly have. Like the other 2 worst is like as simples.
As birds.
As birds is also, but yeah, you
Aspect
understand.
Bell maybe is
You understand what I'm saying? And I only lost to Kel Chungai in round 9, which game 1 I got hit with roll. I won the dice roll, got hit with roll. I could manage to stop him with my non-engine, and then I prosperity, and my prosperity fizzled.
Yeah.
And I didn't find any play because in the end phase I made him prayers, he belted, and during my turn I made the prosperity and he didn't find a single play.
Will you play this deck after Monday?
No, no.
Uh,
No.
maybe you can play it. It's not bad. Maybe Doomsday is a big problem. But if you focus Doomsday, you can beat it.
I think
Yeah.
the
The
patrol
problem
decks
was
are
now
getting
because you
stronger.
don't know what deck to play against. Dragodel was the problem in my mind because if you focus in the Masters, you lose from the battle. If you focus in the battle, you lose from the Masters. You can't focus in a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
but realistically, this and Branded are the only decks that can win going second. The only decks. Like if you play Keltium and you have very weak non-engine,
But Striker losing going first sometimes.
yeah, Striker also, okay. But whenever you play Keltium, if you don't have the right non-engine in your hand, you will always lose going second, always. That's why we didn't go to the
You can
Keltium.
lose from Fucho with 4 bodies, you can lose if you
Yes.
play a Killer Tune. You can beat Fucho with 4 bodies if you play Killer Tune. You
Obvi-
don't even need Murakumo to win Killer Tune. Just Fucho with 4 bodies. They can
Obviously,
win.
it's the best deck for 12, 15 rounds of Swiss because it's the most consistent. But
If you lose dice and you don't have the hand,
you will face other problems with
It's
the
very
deck.
painful entering a 12 round tournament with a deck like this. This is why we build a deck with maximum engine cards.
So
we break boards, we win, we break,
we lose.
Yes.
simple.
Also, few last boards. The deck was, as we said, the deck performed well to all three of us. We both learned from him, the deck.
Without him, we
The,
were-
the goat,
I left
the
them,
Mitsu
but
goat.
I got the worst score, but
Yeah.
it's fine. It's better for me. I
Ne-
am good
next time,
teacher
next
maybe,
time,
but
next time.
not.
The truth is, he's the goat with the deck. He's rank 1 on DB, and he also have a Patreon, which is the best Patreon you can possibly buy if you want to play this deck. He can teach you a lot.
So if you want to try the deck after tomorrow for your nationals, you can try my Patreon. I will give you
Fully
my
recommend.
list and all ideas, the combos around that I'm thinking they are good for after tomorrow that we have new ban list. The good thing is that we cut some decks from tomorrow. You play less, you have to win less deck in your mind, so maybe it's better to focus.
Sure.
So shout out and good job to Vagancy. It was the best one
Good
of
job
us.
to all.
And any shoutouts?
To the whole team Ignite.
Yes.
Whole team Ignite.
Our friends back in Saloniki.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone.
Congratulations again. Hope to see you next time again.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.